right, Sofa King Cool here with Mitch from Moon Fever. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing, man?
I could be better, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I feel it.
considering the times.
Yep, yeah, but it's kind of what it is right now, I suppose.
Yeah, learning to adapt, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. I become a top chef and like a total shredder in my parents' house in Wisconsin right now. So it's getting good. We're excited with the
Right.
time.
So it's got to be a weird time to be a musician. I mean, especially when you're releasing new music, you guys are trying to do things, but it's
It definitely is. But I mean, the thing is like, I mean, what's good is we have the internet at least, so we can, put songs on, Spotify and Apple Music and all that, and then, still kind of try to video kind of content stuff, So at least we have that. I mean, I'm dying to play live shows, but got to make it work.
Well, like I've been saying during these interviews I've been doing lately, it's the musicians that are up and coming now are going to be pioneers of what live shows and what music being a band is to become.
Definitely changing. Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep in mind, just touring was it. That's the only way you were going to make money as a band. And now touring is taken away from you. So you got to adapt and figure out new things.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's like kind of cool we're doing. So I'm in Wisconsin. Cody, the singer, is in Texas, and our music director's in LA. And what we're trying to do is a social distancing remote music video. So like I'm shooting my parts tomorrow in this like old church in Wisconsin. Cody's shooting his parts on like a horse in Powder Canyon in Amarillo. And then the guy who's directing it is in Los Angeles trying to put all the footage together. So we're going to see if it works.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Good to see that you guys are doing what you can with what's available.
Yeah, for reals.
Now, I want to talk about the new single you guys just released, Casanova. I love that track, man.
Thanks. Yeah. No, I'm hyped on it, man.
It's definitely got a old school feel to it. The video itself, that one's got like an 80s theme going for it, kind of with the digitals in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like some like vapor wavy DeLorean 80s and then the DeLorean ended up in 2020. The rock and roll DeLorean.
Now, going back to where you said about touring, I mean, when that comes through, are you guys going to be prepared? Is it going to be fucking gloves on stage? Masks over the singer?
Well, I mean, we can't really do anything until they let us do anything, but I mean, as soon as this is over, I mean, we're ready to hit the road. I think we're going to start our tour in Amarillo, hit Lubbock, do Taos, New Mexico, and maybe Denver. It's kind of what we're looking at right now. But I mean, like, it was so funny. So, like, when this thing started, everyone was, because we had dates at South by Southwest, and everyone's like, oh, don't go. And we're like, no, it'll be fine, right? So we get to, like, nowhere, New Mexico, and we get the phone call, hey, everything's canceled. So we all, like, went back kind of to our homes. So we're, like, the last band off, but hopefully we're going to be the first band back on. You know what I mean?
Right. See, it's going to be different, I mean,
it is. Yeah.
You don't know if venues are going to open up to full capacity. I mean, I can almost guarantee that stadium shows and arenas aren't going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is it's going to be next year for big shows, which is absolutely heartbreaking. But, I mean, as long, I don't want to, spread shit, but, like, as long as, like, it's good, I mean, if it's, we'll play to 100 people, play to 5,000 people. We just like doing it,
Now, tell me about crowd interaction once you guys are up and running. I mean, are you guys going to still do meet and greets, or is there going to be, a moment where you as a guitar player or the singer jumps in the crowd the way shows used to be?
I mean, I possibly. I mean, I know Cody loves to run around through the audience, so I mean, I might have to put a chain on him or something.
Yeah. Might be a big piece of plexiglass in front of you
Yeah.
guys separating the
Yeah,
crowd
like
from you. You know, one thing that I seen is yesterday Ticketmaster did that switch where if you had tickets to any show, obviously everything's postponed or going to be
yeah.
rescheduled. Now you can't get a refund unless the show's canceled.
Oh man, really? That's not right.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not
if you,
good.
that was yesterday when they made that announcement. Now today, you're noticing that bands are just going ahead and saying, fuck it. It's canceled. I mean, Godsmack just canceled their entire tour. AWOL Nation just announced that it's going to be canceled instead of, letting Ticketmaster hold your money.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, for us at least, I mean, as soon as this thing is over, we're ready to go. Like we can't wait to get back on stage.
See, that's one thing, when you're an up and coming band, you're definitely going to be the first ones out there, I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta, you've been waiting this whole time to finally be able to
Yeah.
tour and have this music. Now it's like a slap in the nuts where they're saying take a time out.
We literally put out our first two singles when we were gonna do our first show runs through Texas, and literally this just happened, like the first tour. So we're ready. We're like just to get on stage and do this.
I mean, that's one thing you got to kind of see as a benefit, though. I mean, as far as being an up and coming band, you guys are going to be the first out there. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
If you're Metallica, you don't need the money, so you're definitely not running back on tour fucking anytime soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
But when you're trying to make a name for yourself, you definitely got to be out there and taking advantage of what you can.
Well, I would hope that even when we get to Metallica status, that we're still down to go and smash it,
Well, you know what it is, though? I mean, you got to keep in mind, I don't know if anything considered classic rock at this point in time, which would be your, unfortunately, Guns N' Roses, your Metallica, your, things like that, as a classic rock at this point in time because of, 30, 40 years, you know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
I can't see older bands touring anytime soon because of the risk. I mean, I can almost guarantee the fucking Stones are 80 years old. I can't see them starting that arena tour back up anytime soon.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, maybe it's just gonna end up being where it's gonna be just more smaller club and I mean even bar shows for a little while. I mean that's kind of how I see this thing going in the next couple months, where that's how it's gonna start off. I mean, I have no idea, but hey, if you want a good rock show, Moon Fever's here for you.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's good to hear that you guys are willing to jump out there for sure.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys do decide to go on tour, I mean, have you guys got that mindset yet of being prepared? I mean, you guys are be going to different towns and cities and shit. I mean, are you going to map out in your head like, whoa, this area got hit a little bit harder. Let's go close to them, but not to them.
Well, the game, I mean, we're just kind of, I'm not huge on the news, and I don't think anyone in the band really is, but, we've all just been literally, watching the news and keeping up with all of it. So it's once we know that, hey, we can go to Kansas City, and that'll be open, and, the government's cool with it, and, people aren't, dying, we're like, okay, cool, let's book a show there. If it's Amarillo, Texas, we'll book a show there. That's kind of the game plan of, we're just going to go where we can, where the work's at, basically.
I mean, one thing that people don't understand is that, I mean, yeah, of course everyone's out of work, but when you're a musician, touring is where it's at to be able to make any money, to build up your fan base, to
totally
continue.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just doing that lifestyle is just, it's the best, man. You're playing shows, traveling around the country. I don't think there's anything better than that to me. I love doing it.
Now, when you just mentioned that you guys want to start your tour and then the pandemic started, I mean, how much money did you guys have to invest in production and things like that? Did you have to basically put on hold?
Oh, I mean, we easily lost, $7-8 grand probably, including guarantees and stuff like that. So, it's unfortunate, but I mean, the thing is that hopefully, once it's done, people I think, are going to want to go out to see bands and support live music, after this. So, like, everyone's stuck in their house, so after this is done, everyone's like, all right, let's go, let's do this, let's party.
Oh, for sure. I mean, people got that itch of wanting to go and do something. I mean, I think that's going to be one of the things that go back to normal.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see a lot of things changing. I mean, movie theaters and things like that. I mean, they're doing this in-demand shit where they put the movie. They said they could never do it before. They could never put a movie that was supposed to be out in the theater on your TV, and what do you know?
Yep.
Now
yeah, I know. What do you know?
But you're never going to get that experience with a live show. I mean, movies
no.
but
yeah, like we've done a few like acapella little videos and stuff on Instagram, which are like, it's fun and stuff, but I mean, you can't compare it to a live performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to pass the time. I'm glad to see that you guys are doing things like that. I mean, I seen you guys did that the Led Zeppelin cover.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Thanks, man.
And one thing I see is that all these bands are doing these stripped down performances online. Obviously, it's got to be acoustic because, you're not going to be able to set up your whole shit and plug that into your phone.
Yeah, totally.
Do you think that some bands are going to want to jump into that route earlier on to, A, save money, to B, that's kind of what fans are used to, or you think it's going to be let's plug in and let's give them a fucking full-on rock show?
Well, I mean, it's kind of how the song translates, I mean, if it's possible to do, a full, like, concert, but you just can't really do that right now. So it's just kind of working with technology the best everyone can to put something together that, sounds decent and that people are going to like, and, but, that's kind of just where everyone's at, I guess, right now.
I'm kind of curious how it's going to be when shows start back up, how the crowd is, I mean, you think there's going to be mosh pits?
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be little groups of people, let's say you come with your couple friends, is that going to be you, and 6 feet away is going to be another little group?
I really have no idea. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that everyone's going to be, rowdy and ready to get it after this, but I mean, I have no idea, I'm just, hey, all I'm going to do is give it up all on the stage, and however they want to respond to that, go for it. Do you.
I mean, I definitely think it's going to be a mixed bag. I mean, there's definitely going to want to be people that are going to be just going full force to the old life they used to live, and there's going to be others that want to shy away, not be in the back, you know what I mean?
Yep, no, that's definitely a good possibility.
Maybe venues can set up like a pandemic section towards the back where it's just like, social distancing's full in effect, and then, it's a melee, do what you want.
It's a melee in the front, yeah, I can see it, man. I'm into it.
Take your chances, guys,
Totally.
One thing is going to be different is you're going to see a bunch of bank robbers in the crowd. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this is the only time you can go to a bank with a mask on, right? It's crazy.
It's out there, man. I mean, grocery shopping alone, I have a regimen where it's gloves, my mask, a mask over the top of that, my hat. Like, all right, am I ready? Got my notes.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's weird times, man. I'm ready for it to get back, that's for sure, but, yeah.
So on your personal life, man, how are you adapting to being stuck in the house?
I mean, I will say this, that it's everything's kind of just like the same every day a little bit, like Friday is Tuesday and Wednesday is Sunday, but I mean, I'm kind of out here in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin, which is kind of nice, like there's nature and stuff. I'd rather be here than stuck in my little studio apartment in Los Angeles with Cody, but, it's a little more room to hang around, I suppose. But, yeah, I mean, I'm staying busy, learning new songs, writing a bunch, just, trying to stay creative and, keep doing rock and roll as best as I can, I suppose.
I mean, I think next year that's one thing that's going to pop off is a slew of new music. I mean, everyone.
Oh, no question about it. Like, I've seen some of my friends are like, all right, it's finally time to write that EP. You know what I mean? Which is great,
It's like, I can't wait to see what the lyrics are going to be like. Usually, your music reflects on what's going on. It's going to be fucking locked in my room, start type tracks.
Quarantine blues all day, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So, when you go through, I've seen that you guys released 2 tracks so far, Casanova and Fever. What's next for you guys? What are you guys going to put out?
So the next thing, we're between a few next releases. I think the next one's going to be a song called Shaking Off the Evil that we recorded in Nashville, wrote in Nashville with a bunch of some songwriters that we know. And that's the one we're going to do this music video where it's like, the social distancing music video where we're all basically filming it in different parts of the country, putting it all together, and hoping to God it turns out great. And just hoping for the best, yeah. But it's a cool song, and I mean, it works, I think we're all kind of trying to shake the evil off right now,
For sure, man.
Yeah.
So when does the album come out?
So for as of right now, probably up until most of the end of the year, we're just gonna be releasing singles. I would assume, I think maybe late fall, early winter, that full length would come out. But until then, we'll be just dropping tons of singles. So lots of Moon Fever for you.
Now, with the pandemic going around, does that totally switch up what you guys had in mind? I mean, are you guys going to be trying to pump out more singles just to get stuff out to the fans?
Well, I mean, the concept always was just to always kind of put out singles. I think it's a cool model of like, every month putting a new song out, or like, every, 2 months, having something new, a music video and like a song come out. Cause I just think it just kind of keeps people interested, and it's, we have the material. I mean, we recorded, I think, 20 songs at the end of last year. So we're like, we'll just start putting stuff out,
See, it's got to be a different thing for being a new band. I mean, you would have had a chance to be on tour. Fans would have been, the buzz would have been going. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you can catch them.
Yeah, no, yeah, you gotta make do with what you got, I suppose, like, but I think that if the music's good, it'll resonate somehow, some way, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I understand, but still in the back of your head, man, you gotta be thinking, I fucking worked so long on this shit, everything's going good, you know what I mean? Like, end of last year, like you said, you got 20 songs in the bank, you got your tour fucking plan, your 2020 is the year, man, and then it's just like...
That literally was how I felt, yeah. But you know what? In the wise words of AC/DC, right? It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll,
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little longer now with these detours.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? We're going there, baby. So, nothing stopping us. But, yeah. So
now with this, are you guys more social media friendly than you ever planned on being because it's your only reach?
I mean, that's definitely what we're, where you can reach people right now. So like, that's really the only medium right now, since we can't do live shows. So it's just like, try to engage the fans on that and just try to get the music out however way we can, really, Now,
when you guys are starting to get touring in mind, when the world opens back up and venues start saying, all right, let's go through it. I mean, what I'm seeing is some bands got some shit booked for June, but I kind of think that's a crapshoot right now.
Yeah.
Are you guys trying to make connections? Do you guys know any other bigger bands? I'm sure there's going to be, why I say bigger bands, I'm sure there's going to be a hierarchy. Like there's only so many dates and so many venues. I mean, are you guys able to attach yourself to somebody to be an opener or?
I mean, we're always looking for, bigger bands, that, we could open for. But I mean, for at least what we're looking at is, I mean, we're not confirming anything until we know we can actually confirm stuff, so we don't, like put out a flyer and all that stuff and get all people excited for nothing. But I mean, we all, between me, Cody and Greg, the drummer in Denver, we have enough connections for at least, like where we can put something together through the Midwest and the Southwest, so we can just kind of do it ourselves.
Right, yeah. I mean, because that's one thing you got to keep in mind, like we talked about earlier, if bigger venues aren't going to happen, what are you going to want to do when somebody huge says, fucking, well, guess what? I'll play a couple theater shows or I'll play a club show, just to be able to do it,
Yeah, which I honestly do think that's the way that's going to go. And to any of those bands, hey, we're a great opening rock band. Just so you know.
I'd be doing the Doyle approach. Doyle for Misfits always tags
Misfits?
100 bands in every post that he does. And I asked him before, I said, why do you do that? And he just says, one of them's going to fucking like it, I'm going to get one like or one share, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Plus, he's also Doyle from the Misfits. I'm still trying to be Mitch from Moon Fever, just saying,
So, what's your plan from here? I mean, I know you guys got the videos. Do you have anything in mind that you want to move forward with?
Well, I mean, as of right now, we're going to keep putting out songs and videos until the world's open. Once the world's open, we'll be on tour and come see us live.
Now, is your live shows on the social media there, are they set dates? Or are they just sporadic whenever you feel like it?
Everything is on moonfever.com and then all the socials, and then once we do have something confirmed that we can actually announce, it'll be all over the internet.
No, what I'm saying is like when you guys are doing your like how you did the Led Zeppelin cover, things like that. I mean, is there a certain day, some bands are setting up every Friday at 2, they're going to do some bullshit show.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, we just kind of like do it. I mean, we'll like, me and Cody will talk on the phone and be like, hey, you want to do this Led Zeppelin cover? And we're like, yeah, okay, we just knock it out and put it out there, that's kind of how we do it.
That's what I'm getting at. So the fans can just check out and.
Yeah, the fans can just check out, the Instagram and the socials, and we'll be putting stuff out on there.
So you never know what you're gonna get there, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna be killer.
So once again, people want to follow up. They want to see the videos. They want to know what year touring's gonna start again, what your guys are gonna be up to. Where are they gonna go? What are they gonna do?
Oh, they're going to go to Moon Fever Official on Instagram and Facebook or moonfever.com and get all your Moon Fever news.
Perfect, man. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
I love the music that you guys put out so far. I'm looking to hear some more and hopefully one day get to have a beer with you guys at one of your shows.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks so much.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, you too, man. See ya.